Hey, I want to make a new video going over the strat I've been doing for the past few days, talking about it, and whether or not you should do it. So, first things first, I just want to show some gameplay, of course. People always ask, what does the gameplay look like? So yeah, we are doing tier 17s, max juice, 4 div scarabs, Beyond, Deli, and Shaper Touch on the map. Shaper Touch is the big thing here. But yeah, essentially you're just div card farming in tier 17s, with as max monsters as you can add on, which is hard because you use 4 Divination scarabs. So yeah, this is pretty much the gameplay. You get to deal with Shaper for the whole map, so there's Shaper beams, Shaper balls everywhere. It's pretty annoying, Shaper slams as well. So you have to have a very, very strong character to do this. If your character is not strong, I would not recommend like multi-mirror strong. But yeah, I'll talk about that later. But yeah, this is just the basic gameplay. So yeah, anyway, I also want to give a shout out to Red Vials. This is the person who I got the shot from originally, although I've changed the tree quite a bit now. But yeah, he's the one who had the shot first, as far as I know. He's a pretty cool guy, so yeah. So what is the strat? So like I said, the strat is Divination card farming with curation on tier 17 going maximum juice. So let's talk about everything you need for it and like how good it is and should you do it or not. So first things first, the maps you have to run are maps like these. Rare monsters and areas are shaper touched, and rare monsters each have 2 additional modifiers. Important to note that 2 additional modifiers is multiplied by your map effect, so it goes to 3. I think maybe 4, but yeah. The other important things to know is that you need Shaper All Flames, which are very, very expensive now, ever since I started shooting the strat. I think in bulk, they're close to 3 divines each. As you can see, just for a single one is 2 divines. And you need rats, which aren't that expensive. So yeah, that's the basics of the strat. You need a Shaper Touch map with +2 rare modifiers, Shaper All Flames, and rats. So why is this Shaper All Flame extremely strong? So this Shaper All Flame summons a insane amount of rares. If you're curious how many rares it summons, it probably summons around 300 to 400 extra rares per map. I have done maps on stream where I've summoned a total of 600 plus rares in the map, which is insane. If you're from Affliction League, at max with the +2 Abyss Spires, you're summoning like 200 rares a map. So this is double the amount of rares that we were getting in Affliction League, which is why this card farmer is extremely strong, and it's why this All Flame is extremely expensive. To the point where I'm not sure if it's worth to do as a solo player anymore, but yeah. Now the rats, the only reason why I use the rats for like the last monsters, so you use Shaper All Flame when you get 3 highest pack size monsters, then use rats in the last. It's just for Beyond. Rats are extremely, extremely good for Beyond as it summons a lot of monsters, so yeah. Rats just for Beyond. So let's talk about Atlas real quick. So because the only thing we care about is getting more of the Shaper monsters in the map, because a lot of meta monsters, we're going for max natural spawn monsters in the map. So what does that mean? So if you're unaware how natural spawn monsters work, and how you can get more mobs in your map, certain league mechanics summon more natural spawn monsters. So the first one is shrines. Shrines, if you have shrines in your map, it will spawn more natural spawn monsters, which means more of the Shaper All Flames. We're taking these shrine nodes right here, these shrine nodes, and these more shrine spawn chance. That's the first way. Second way is ritual. So if you're unsure how ritual works, it also spawns more naturally spawned monsters in the map. We're not even talking about doing the ritual itself, just the ritual being on the map itself makes you have more monsters on the map. So yeah, ritual is another great way to get more natural spawn monsters, so you get more of these Shaper monsters in your map. And the last way is strong boxes. Strong boxes takes the natural mobs in your map and puts them into a box, which is really strong because you can get mods like, revive nearby enemies, which will then revive these monsters again, increase quantum monsters, etc. So yeah, boxes is the last way. So yeah, essentially it's just box, rituals, and shrines with Deli and Beyond. Of course, Deli and Beyond is the standard juice like every farm because Deli gives a lot of quant, Beyond gives just a lot of extra monsters, and that's pretty much the whole tree. The rest is just map effect and map quant. We can't even fit all the map quant nodes because you really want all these like shrine nodes and stuff. So yeah, this is the current tree I'm using. I'll have it linked down below, of course. Barely getting like the points in either, just enough. It's a very, very tight tree. Feel free to play around with it, but you really don't want to drop shrines, ritual boxes, which is why this tree is so tight. We also have Blight here. Blight's the one thing you can drop. It is optional, but Blight with the changes, because we no longer want our path, just spawns a ton of monsters with immune response. You get 50% more non-unique monsters, and they spawn 100% faster, so it's also not as long. Blight's extremely strong. If you've never played with Blight before, don't put it down. You're only doing Blight for monsters, and it also combos really well beyond. So yeah. As for the Atlas, like I said, 4 Div Scarabs, and we're using Ambush on map device. So Ambush, once again, just more naturally spawn mobs. It is probably the best option here. There is also Shrines, but I'm pretty sure Ambush is the best option. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole strat. I kind of want to talk about a few things about the strat real quick. Mostly why I'm making this video is because I keep getting a question on stream, like, hey, is this strat worth it? Is this strat really good? Should I do it? I want to say the answer is no. This strat, like I said, it's extremely expensive now, and I can't really recommend to do it unless you have multiple mirrors that you don't mind investing, because per a map, you are investing like 20 divines, meaning you have to do a lot of maps to go average and not go broke, essentially. If you only have like 100 divines, I can't recommend this strategy, because you could very well do 5 maps and then you didn't get like a good drop and you lost currency. This is one of those strategies where you do not make currency until you get a big drop, like 5 apothecaries, 19 mirror shards, stuff like that. Like on average, per map, you are losing currency until you get that big drop. Long term, it is good profit. I think it's somewhere around maybe 7 to 10 divines on average per map you get back. So it's not even that good. Also, you can only do like 4 maps an hour, maybe somewhere between like 30 to 40 divs an hour. It's not even that good. It was really good a few days ago when this was a lot cheaper. So maybe like a month from now, if you watch this video, maybe prices have gone down, maybe not. But yeah. So anyway, I don't think this strat is worth it. For most people, you probably shouldn't do it. It's probably not even worth it for me. I just been doing it because it's something different. It's something fun. Instead of just back to basic scare farming. And yeah, that's pretty much about it for the video. If you're wondering what I've been doing for the past few days, is this strat worth it or not? All that. Once again, the basics is you need Shaper All Flames on your highest pack size monsters. Threats for your lowest. You need a map with Shaper Touch and 2 additional rare modifiers. Shaper Touch just gives a lot of quant and rarity monsters. You get a lot more drops. And that's pretty much about it with 4 Div Scarabs. Oh, and also one question I get a lot is this Preservation Scale worth it? The answer is no. Do not use this for this strat. It is just never worth it, as it does not save your All Flames, which is the very expensive part about this strat. So yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I'll probably also have some more strats coming out this week. I'm going to test some more stuff, and maybe some more tier 16 strats as well. But yeah, that's it.